welcome everybody. Happy Monday. We are going to get into character grouping today, right? Making multiple characters in kind of like a theme. So we're going to concentrate today on drawing Marvin the Martian. So I'm going to teach you guys how to draw Marvin the Martian, his head, which is one of my all-time favorites. And then we're going to get into how shapes make up the personality. So we're kind of building off what we did on Friday with that whole character design idea, right? And then our big finale is we're going to create 3 characters: a hero, could be a boy or girl, a sidekick, and a villain, right? Those 3 things. That's going to be our big finale project that we're going to start halfway through. So does everybody have this? Did everybody get this? I see it. I see it. I'm going to go switch to gallery view. Excellent. All right. We got some perfect. Excellent. Love it. All right. If you don't, it's not a big deal because I'm going to do this up here for you. So here we go. Let's get started with one of my all-time favorites, Marvin the Martian. So what I want you to do is you've got your piece of paper, right? Everyone has their piece of paper. I want you to flip the piece of paper over, turn it over. So whatever side you were going to draw on, just flip your piece of paper over. So last week we started with kind of how we want to get our arms moving, right? And instead of drawing really tight like that on a giant sheet of paper, right, and having small things and just maybe drawing with just our wrist, we want to build and get loose in our movements. So what you want to do on that back side of that piece of paper is I just want you to make giant circles. It doesn't matter if they overlap, right? And the whole idea is we want to get used to using our shoulder and our elbow, right, when we're doing our rough drawing outline. So shoulder and elbow, and that's all I'm doing is making circle over circle over circle. I'm not using my wrist. I'm just using my elbow and my shoulder. All right, 10, 9, 8, 7, 4, 1, and done. All right, that's my counting. So we got loose. Now we're going to dive into Marvin. All right, so flip your piece of paper over on the blank side. And let's get started. All right, Marvin the Martian. So on this piece of paper, right, I'm going to put Marvin's main circle about 1/3 of the way up from the bottom because he's got that giant brush on the top. So I want you to you can make a pretty good size circle on your sheet. It might be the size of a baseball, right? There's my first, and that's the start to Marvin's head. Now, Marvin usually, as you can see in this guy right here, right, he usually is looking tilted, his head tilted down with his eyes looking up. So we're going to draw where his eyes are going to fall right there. And it's okay if it goes past the circle. Keep your lines very light. Keep it all very light. These are just construction lines. All right, and because Marvin is looking straight on at us, we're just going to have one line that goes straight up and down, right? All right, so that's how we know that Marvin's looking forward and his head's tilted a little bit down. So now he's got a big brush on the top of his head, right? So all I want you to do is super light, just do a big rectangle on the top of his head. And fun fact, did you know that Marvin was inspired by and unless Craig is still on, you can correct me if I'm wrong, a Roman soldier, and that's why he has that helmet and that skirt, because Chuck was inspired by a Roman soldier. All right, so we've got his visor coming next, right? So his visor kind of goes up like this, and then it goes past, so it's not just on the outside of that circle. So it kind of touches a little bit below where this line is here, right? And his visor sits there, and it curls around his head. And then there's the rim. Like so. All right, that's the beginning. Remember, our lines are real loose. We're going to darken them up at the end. So you notice on Marvin's helmet, he has these guys right here, right? These flaps on the side to protect the side of his face. So what I want you to do is where you have these 2 points here, you're going to bring one down. And then you're going to do the same thing on the other side. Like so. I'll give everybody about 30 seconds to catch up. And now we're gonna go from where we have this, where we did this side plates to his helmet to the top of his head. And we just kind of want to make that, it's almost that same circle line that you did, right? And you can go ahead and darken that in a little bit. And then his brush, top of his brush. So we're going to do the plate that the brush sits on. And you notice that it angles in, right? It doesn't go straight up and down. It's part angles in, so it shows that it kind of pushes back. And then he's got a little stem there that holds that brush to his helmet. And then on the top, you guys can get a little crazy with it. So he has his brush, right? You know how brushes aren't just necessarily solid. So they have those little lines sometimes, right? Where the hairs of the brush split. Awesome. Give you guys about another 30 seconds to catch up here. All right, now we're going to get into his eyes. So we have his eye line right here, right? Where his eyes are. So there's a line comes down and like kind of like where it's almost like he's got a furrowed brow, right? So that kind of follows that line almost exactly. And then he has almost like he's got some eyebrows. And his eyes then from the middle, and then remember he's kind of looking up at you, right? And there's Marvin's eyes. How's everybody doing? So don't worry about erasing yet. So we're going to get in. We've got our lines kind of light. We've got where his head is, and then that line underneath, we can go ahead and make a little darker. And now what you're going to want to do, you're going to go back. See, I got mine kind of looks messy, and that's okay. You're going to go back in and you're going to pick that final line, and that's when you're going to darken that up like so. All right, so here's my final line on Marvin's helmet. And then if you want to, you can color in his face too, because it's black.
Tater Tot wants to know how he eats and breathes.
Osmosis. His head can absorb air and particles. I'm not entirely sure if that's correct, but that's the answer I'm going with. right. So does anybody know what year the first Marvin the Martian cartoon came out? You can put it in. You can put your guess in the chat. Scott will read it off. Anybody guess?
Timothy
Without
says
looking at your phones.
1949 or 47. Isaac says 49.
Close.
Without Megan says smartphone. About a zillion years ago.
So those first two were close. 1948.
Riley and Wesley got it. 1948.
Nice. All right, and then when you're done, the last thing that you should do for your drawing, right, when you're finished is what? Sign it. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm not going to spotlight videos yet, but I will have you guys, I'm going to put it on my grid view so I can see everybody. I'm just going to have you hold up to the camera, and everybody that's got video on, I'm going to check that out. Let me see what's your Marvin, and I'm going to try to call on every name. I won't spotlight it yet, but I'll get up there. Megan, cool. Liliana and Heather, that's awesome. Tim, sweet. Nice job, Tim. Let's see. Riley and Wesley. Wow, man. Nice job. All right, I'm going. Carson, that's cool. You've done this before, I can tell. Knox, Judy, very cool. Ashley, love it. Oh, hold on one second. We need to, there we go. All right, we're back. So I'm gonna see if I can see more. Emily and Sophia, where's yours? Just hold it up for me. Nice, cool, good job. All right, very cool. Love it. So I don't know what's going on. Can everybody see me now? Good. Okay. All right. We took the screen back. Scott, we just gotta be careful. Someone was sharing the
screen. I couldn't figure it out.
That's all right. I put me back as the spotlight, so we're good. Very cool. Very cool. Riley and Wesley. Very cool. Richard Henry and the Awesome Fort. They're going to town. Nice. Nice. Wow, man, you added color fast. That was good. Very cool. Let's see if what Jay, did you have yours? Did I miss it? Yeah, Jay, can you put yours up on the screen for me? Can I see it? Not spotlighting, just hold it up.
I just came in late, so I haven't done mine yet.
Oh, you're okay. No worries. Jack, that looks awesome. All right. Very cool. Very cool. All right, we're going to get into the next part. If I didn't call on you, don't worry. We're going to make sure everybody gets theirs to show their stuff at the end here. All right. So character groups, right? What's awesome about character groups and creating characters that interact with each other is we've got some heroes, we've got some villains, we've got some sidekicks, and this is a perfect example, right, of hero, sidekick, villain. Although, which one really is the villain? Is it Duck Dodgers or is it Marvin the Martian, right? So this is from Duck Dodgers in the 24th and a half century, one of my all-time favorite cartoons. Yes. And if you don't have this book, Chuck Amuck, I highly recommend it. It's got some very cool stuff in it and some great stories from Chuck. So we're going to get into character shapes, right? So we started this Friday when we did our own single character. And now today we're going to look at how character shapes play with each other when we have more than one character. And today we're going to have three. So here's what I want you to think of. As we get these basic shapes down in our character groups, we're going to have three characters total. We're going to think of like kind of like a theme, if you will, right? So if you think of a theme, we did space and we did Western last time. I'm gonna say, throw out a suggestion real quick. What would be a good theme? Ooh, mythical. I like that. All right, so let's go. Let's go. What would I say? Sci-fi, right? Sci-fi, mythical, right? So let's go that, or one more. Who has a recommendation for a theme, like a genre, something? Cyberpunk. That could be cool. Steampunk. Let's go with that. All right. So you could go steampunk, or you could go sci-fi, right? So kind of think fantasy. And we're going to have three characters. So you have a main character, like your hero, or could be boy or girl. Your sidekick could be whatever you want, right? Animal, person, whatever. They could all be whatever you want. And your main villain. So when we get into shapes, what did we talk about last week? It was kind of how circles are like friendlier, they're nicer, right? They invite us in, that like babies, all that kind of cute stuff, right? Makes us feel good. Squares and rectangles are dependable, right? They can also be kind of hulky. It depends on how your character looks. So think of either a bouncer or a big teddy bear, right? One guy might look a little menacing, or a henchman, right? And then a teddy bear is nice, big and fluffy. And then we have our triangles, right? So our angular shapes. That's a little bit more devious, right? A little bit more villainous. So we've got kind of our basic shapes down, and we want to think of size and proportion. So last time we only did one character, but I want you to think a little bit about your character group, right? So we're going sci-fi, or we're going steampunk. And is the lead character, is he or she big? Are they thin? Are they wider? They have a bigger upper body, right? So I'm gonna go mythical. I'm gonna go sci-fi on this. And my main character is gonna be a little bit more. We'll go squares, right? So just kind of my general shape. I'm not putting any detail to it right now. All I want to see is my shapes and how they play with each other, right? So it kind of stands straight up, right? And then I'm going to say my sidekick. Man, my sidekick is going to be more, it's going to be a creature. So my creature is going to kind of it's going to be a little bit smaller, right? So the size, meaning my main character is a little bit more important. He's a little bigger. My sidekick's a little smaller. And then my villain's going to be like a kind of hunched over a bit, right? Arms kind of at the side, right? Kind of has that slinking personality, right? A little devious. So I want you to think about your three, like how do they relate to each other? And notice too that my villain is going to be smaller, a little bit shorter than my hero, because I want him to have that presence. So take a minute, just get some loose shapes. We're not going to do detail yet. We're just going to get some loose shapes down. We're thinking we're either sci-fi or we're steampunk, and how that relates. How's it going? Good. We got some basic shapes. We're thinking about our stuff. Excellent. Knox says thumbs up. So basic shapes, right? Character grouping. What's cool about this is you get to let your imagination fly and you kind of think of these stories. And for those who have been on this for all last week and you guys were coming up with some really awesome ideas, because it's just as important to use your brain, right, as it is how you draw and use your hands. It's all about coming up with those ideas. So you're going to give it another, I see a lot of people going to town right now. We're going to give it another minute or two. So get those basic shapes down, and then we're going to start to go into each individual character, right? So we'll start a new sheet of paper, and we'll have like a composition of the characters, and then we'll start to actually put in some detail. So we're going to think about those characters, like what are those characters like? What are they not like? That kind of stuff. All right, we'll give it one more minute. All right. So fun fact with Buck Jones, he had a cat that just appeared one day. Did you ever have an animal that appeared in your backyard around your house and they just kind of hung out for like a long period of time and you kind of thought of it as like your pet, right? And then one day that animal just disappeared. Liliana and Heather, let's hold on. Just show it in front of the camera. I'll let you know. Let's see what you got. Yes, you did it right. So you've got like the difference between, yep, that's right. So we've got our character shapes down, right? Like what kind of makes up the personalities of these guys. Okay, so I'm gonna put this to the side and I'm gonna concentrate on my first character. So I kind of know what I want my dude to be. And I'm gonna say he's pretty self-confident, right? So if you look at body language, right? So Megan, what we're gonna do now is we're gonna start with our actual character groups. We did our basic shapes, and now we're gonna put more detail into our characters. So if you think, and I'm gonna move this back just a hair, think about your character and their posture, right? So we've got a scene here, and it's gonna be, your main character, your sidekick, your villain, and how do they relate to each other? Like if your main character is just kind of slumped over, and it's like, hi. I don't know about you, but I don't have a lot of confidence in that dude, right? However, if my main character, right, kind of like almost like a Superman or a Wonder Woman, right, and their shoulders are high and their chest sticking out, right, they've got kind of that pose where it's leaning forward, have a much more self-assured pose. That's what I think I'm going to do with my main dude here, which I will name later. All right, so you got your paper, you're going to get your hero character, right? And we're going to start on that. So you had your basic shapes. So mine was a little bit more squares, right? And then kind of chest sticking out a bit. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to get all my rough lines down. He's got kind of his arms to the side. Maybe we're going for like a sweet looking sword. I don't know. And then his foot up on. All right, so that's the beginning. Let's see if I can. Whoop, there we go. All right, so that's the beginning to the character, right? Now, I'm in a sci-fi thing. That's what I'm doing. So you got to think about your theme and what you're doing. How does that character dress? Like, what kind of, are they wearing armor? Do they have Like, do they have a jacket? Is it kind of like Star-Lord, right? Do they wear a cape like Thor? Best Marvel character ever, even though I loved quite a few of them. What kind of boots, or do they have shoes? Like, what does that look like? Are they barefoot? So you got to think about like what your character looks like, right? Well, my main character, I think, is we're going to go helmet. Little awkward drawing super fine detail with a big charcoal stick, but that's okay. My main character is going to have a giant beard because sci-fi just screams big beards to me. All right. So it's not only what your character is wearing, it's that attitude, that pose that they've got. All right, and then he's got this big old beard. So mine's, Scott, is that too tiny? Is it too far back?
I need to pin
You're on mute, buddy.
I was on gallery
Can you
mode.
see? No, you're.
Yeah, it looks okay. Maybe just a little bit closer.
All right, hold on one second.
I can see it. I'm just thinking closer for the detail. That looks good.
Okay. All right, so you got your main character right there in that hero pose. I'm gonna go armor for this too. So do you guys have a favorite sci-fi character? Science fiction? You can put it in the chat. Scott will read it off as you're drawing. All-time favorite sci-fi.
Megan says she doesn't know hers yet.
Okay, that's all right.
Riley and Wesley's favorite is Star-Lord.
Nice.
Liliana and Heather Rose say Surth from Heather.
Okay. Not totally familiar with that one, but that doesn't mean anything because there's a lot I don't know.
Isaac says he's not really sure yet. And Tater Tot says not totally sure if it counts, but Darkstalker from the Wings of Fire series.
I think that counts.
Heather Rose likes Surth. And Richard Henry says Star Wars.
There you go. We got some Han Solo, maybe.
Judy wants to know if Yoda counts.
Yeah, Yoda can count. Baby Yoda or old Yoda, original Yoda?
Megan says Baby Yoda is her favorite then. And Judy says the original Yoda.
All right, there you go.
Riley and Wesley say Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Riley and Wesley, you get points for that.
And Tater Tater Tot says he'll cut you with his giant fiery glow stick.
I have a giant fiery glow stick.
Liliana likes R2-D2 and Captain America.
How can you not love R2-D2? All right, so we're getting our main hero character in, right? How's it coming? Good. Excellent. So we'll spend a little bit. All we're worried about at the moment is kind of getting our sketch down. And then we're going to come back later and we can add color. That dude's got some awesomely wicked boots.
Tater Tot says, "Yo, Ben, your guy is really cool."
Thanks, Tater Tot. All right, we're kind of a mix of a whole bunch of things here. All right. So I've kind of got a real rough in on my hero character, right? How's our hero character coming? Good. Awesome. Yeah, you can do it like just a thumbs up. Hero character. Awesome. I'm super looking forward to seeing everybody's stuff at the end of this because these could get kind of crazy. All right. So my hero character is standing very confidently on the rock. Okay, so we're gonna head into sidekick land. Everybody loves it. So Duck Dodger's sidekick was Porky Pig, right? And his name was just, I think, Cadet is all his name was. So you got to think about your sidekick and how he helps out or she helps out the main character, right? The main hero figure. Let's get this dude's beard in there. All right. So I'm gonna go right side. Your sidekick kind of shape. So mine were more circular. I wanted something a little friendlier. And I think I might kind of change this up slightly. I think my sidekick has the ability to see through walls. So I want some big eyeballs. It's kind of like a porg, but not a porg. All right, can you think of the best sidekick ever? Who do you think is your favorite sidekick of all time? In any movie, comic book, story? I think my favorite sidekick is probably Chewbacca. Chewy. Yep. Somebody else's favorite is Chewy.
Tater Tot says Rippity Roo.
All right, that works. I don't know about your sidekick, but mine has bat-like, bat or cat-like ears. One of the two. It's a sort of animal because he likes to have a pet because he couldn't have a pet before because his parents said he couldn't have a pet because he couldn't clean up after the pet because he had a weird slimy thing once and they thought that was a pet, but it wasn't really a pet. And then he got all discouraged and it was just something that crawled in his room and decided to live there. So that didn't really count. That's my story. All right. This dude's gonna wear a vest. I think he's gonna wear a sweater vest. Does anybody know what a sweater vest is? It's old school. I don't think anybody wears sweater vests anymore, except for this guy. This guy wears a sweater vest. All right. And then anybody ever play that game Kirby? I don't remember what Kirby looks like, but he's gonna have like a really loose drawing of Kirby on his sweater vest. All right, so there's my sidekick. How's your sidekick coming? Good. Oh, there's Kirby. Thanks, Carson. So I sort of got it totally wrong. Hold on, I'm gonna try again. All right. Okay, I'm gonna try that. So I've got his eyes totally. I think that's sort of it. Thanks, Carson. All right, that's his Kirby sweater vest. It also absorbs energy. So if something happens, that sweater vest can absorb all the energy. The beautiful part about this is you can make up any story absolutely that you want, and it would totally make sense. All right, I see a lot of you guys going to town on your paper, which is awesome. Let me give it like another 2 minutes. Well, it could be sci-fi or steampunk. So either one. Heather says she is done. Okay. All right, we're going to get another minute. All right. So we've got our hero, we've got our sidekick. I'm going to get into my villain now, as we got less than 20 minutes, and I want to make sure everybody gets to show their progress so far on what they're doing. So let's see. She has little shoes. All right, I'm looking forward to seeing Megan's. I don't know what Megan's doing, but it sounds pretty awesome. All right, so I'm going to change my villain a little bit. My villain is going to have he's going to have a complex because he's small, especially compared to the sidekick, but he's still sinister. So he's got this. We're still going to use triangles. He has to ride this little like this hovering tricycle, because he can't see up to his eyeballs, right? And he's tired of looking up at him the whole time because it gives him a neck cramp, which makes him even more angry as a villain because he hates neck cramps. So we're gonna give him a little bit of a hunch. And to top it off, his arms are a little short, so his handlebars have to be super tall on this thing. All right, so here's his little his little hover tricycle, his hoverboard. And we got his little lines for. And he does not have a righteous beard. He's got this very twirly mustache. All right. And of course, a cape. Every villain like this wants a cape. All right, I'm gonna stop here so that I can take a look at everybody else's stuff. So here's his seat. All right, so there's my crack at the start. All right, now here comes the fun part for me. I get to see everybody else's stuff. So here's what we're gonna do. As you guys keep going, I'm gonna call on you, right? And then I'm gonna spotlight your video so that you can show everybody. And then you can go ahead and unmute yourself and tell us about your 3 characters, right? Just a little rundown on the 3 characters. Before I do that, if you want to stay on, so it's been awesome to see everybody stay on and like comment on other people's artwork and all the encouraging comments that you guys have been doing. I think that's super awesome. Or if you want to jump off after you show yours, that's totally fine. To let you know what we're going to do tomorrow, we're going to go doodle palooza, right? We're going to doodle our faces off. Jade, you don't have to, yeah, don't worry about it. So we're going to doodle our faces off tomorrow, and we've got like a prompt sheets on the website that you can download as we get into doodling is all about just little things in our imagination. I doodle all the time, right? And turn those into stuff. So we're going to do a doodle palooza tomorrow. We're going to do a background design and creating this a legendary Looney Tunes background on Wednesday. And then Thursday, we're going to go doodle palooza part 2. And then Friday, it's going to be found objects and building sculptures out of found objects, which means whatever you have in your house. I've heard through a story that there might be enough toilet paper out there, which might mean there's enough toilet paper rolls out there to make some stuff with. So as we get into that, that's the week. So I'm going to start And what I want you to do is, when you're ready, raise that digital hand. So in your chat bar, you should see raise a hand. And I want you to go ahead and raise that hand. I see 2, 3, 4. And what that'll do is that'll pop up on my screen. And then I can go ahead and call on you. So I'm going to start with Liliana and Heather. Liliana, Heather, I'm going to go to you in 3, 2, 1. You are live. Go ahead and unmute yourself. And then let's see and hear what you've got.
Okay, so first here's my hero.
Oh, that's awesome. I love it.
So he's a little guy adventuring around and trying to make maps of the world. And he's an inventor guy. So he had a friend. His friend almost died, so he added robot parts, and he was the sidekick. He's a cyborg.
Cool.
And
I love it.
This is villain. Villain's trying to go around and destroy the world to
So this guy's got to make a map before he destroys everything.
He's trying to get some materials to
That's
save
cool.
his world.
I love it. I love it. That is a great imagination. All right. And is this Liliana or Heather?
Heather,
Okay, go for it, dear.
here's my main character. He's a little living doll.
No way.
And
That's
she
awesome.
came alive, and then her owner, the sidekick, was all like helping her try to turn back into the doll that she wants to be. And then in the meantime, they awakened a villain doll, and that's why he's trying to get a whole bunch of doll army and try to attack. So,
Wow. Man, you packed a lot into a short amount of time. That is awesome. I love that. You guys did great. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. All right, I'm going to go to Carson next. Carson in 3, 2, 1. All right, buddy.
This is the main character, and he's got like a little like laser pistol. I need to give him some more clothes, but this is his sidekick, which is like a little TV kind of, and that's like TV static and stuff. He doesn't really do much, but like when he gets mad, when he gets hurt, he gets mad and like goes insane. But then this is like his big brain, but it looks like he's really smart and has a huge brain, but really he's not that smart because he decided that the smartest thing to do would be to attach himself to a refrigerator and give himself some arms. But really, he can't really do much as a refrigerator. So he just kind of whacks his arms.
That's awesome. I love it, man. You did so good. Thank you, Carson. Well done, man. All right, Timothy, I'm going to you in 3, 2, 1.
Hi. So I drew very light, so that might be a little hard to see. But my guy's name is Dennis. I always like my hero characters to be like a little yeah, that's really hard to see. Wow. Okay.
Here, turn it away from the window a little bit, and let's see if it.
I'll try to, because I'm using my computer here. Hold up. Well, I'll try to fill in the blanks for you so you can kind of get an idea.
All right.
I always like my hero characters to look like very small and unassuming. So he's kind of like a little alien dude. He's got a pair of glasses, but it's like ×2, so he's like 4 eyes in total. His name is Dennis, and then my sidekick characters, I often like to do animals. So that's Nico. He's
nice.
Cosmo Pooch there. You can see that a little better now that I moved up. And then I did some rounds, which are cool. And then the villain guy, his name is Dr. Nefurious, I guess. That's kind of generic, but I'll come up with something better later. He's kind of like a cute guy. He's got 3 eyes, kind of tentacles for legs. Yeah, that's what I got going right now.
That's awesome. Well done, Tim.
Thank you.
You got an imagination, man. That's awesome. All right, I'm going to go to Knox in 3, 2, 1. Knox, you are up, buddy. Tell me about your characters.
My characters is all steampunk. So the first is like this lady with it's like a combination of Iron Man and like Doc Ock. So
nice.
she just stands there and just lets her tentacles do everything. And then this is Arc Reactor Kirby, and he just uses his arc reactor to blast people, and jeez, this is like kind of mythical, but it's evil Dr. Shorty. He's really short, but he just throws gears. So yeah, that was my villain. That's all I got right now.
That's awesome. Knox, man, you did a fantastic job, dude. I love that.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I got my tiny human over here. Did you want to go see Thor? Okay. All right, I'm gonna go to Riley and okay, you tell me about Thor, buddy. Spotlight video on Riley and Wesley in 3, 2, 1. You are live. All right, guys, tell us about your characters.
I cut mine into sections, so this is my hero.
Love it. So tell me about your hero.
It's kind of like a girl Star-Lord a little bit.
Nice.
Yeah, and then this is my sidekick. He escaped from Area 51. It's a alien unicorn dog.
That's awesome. I would totally have an alien unicorn dog. That would be fantastic. All right, do you have a villain too?
Yeah. This is inspired by.
All right, what's that?
Do you know what this is inspired by?
I don't offhand. Help me out. Give me a hint.
It's from Phineas and Ferb.
I love Phineas and Ferb.
It's like Dr. Doofenshmirtz.
Yes, Dr. Doofenshmirtz. Did you ever watch the movie?
No, but we're gonna.
It's good. Phineas and Ferb and the something dimension. I forget what it is. It was good. I love that show. That's awesome, man. Well done. All right, buddy. You're up next.
Yes. Okay. Hi. So.
Hi.
My hero is like a computer, kind of a talking computer, with a bunch of gadgets stored inside like these areas.
Mm-hmm.
My sidekick is a bowling ball because I couldn't think of anything better.
Hey man, a bowling ball works.
My villain is like it's like an evil kind of tree with like slime.
All
Coming
kinds
out
of slime on it.
Like his trunk.
Sweet. Man, you did a good job.
Nice.
Awesome job, guys. You are welcome. All right, I'm going to go to Megan and then Judy after that. And then remember to put up your digital hand if I haven't called on you yet. All right, here we go. Megan in 3, 2, 1.
So this is my hero. She uses electricity and stuff. And then this is her sidekick. He looks cute. He's like an alien raccoon, but he can like tear you to bits. And then he's mad because his wings don't work, and he's like a weird caterpillar thingy. So that's why he's mad. I don't know. So
I'd be grumpy too if my wings didn't work.
Yeah. So he's like a weird caterpillar. So
that's awesome. You did great, man. Well done.
Thank you.
You are welcome. All right, Judy, I'm coming to you in 3, 2, 1. Hi, Judy.
I'm kind of going on your theme. I have your theme in mind, although he is now landed on the alien planet. And since we've been studying Gold Rush, he has found a golden nugget. And his thief is waiting no matter what planet we're on. So thank you.
You did a much better job than me. That is awesome.
No way.
Thank you, Judy. You are welcome, dear. Have a wonderful day. If you can hang on for a bit to watch some others, that's cool. If not, that's all right. Emily and Sophia, I'm coming to you guys next in 3, 2, 1. Emily and Sophia. All right, you guys are up.
So here's my sidekick. His name is the Sniffer. And then my super
all right.
His name is Don't Eat Me. And then he's a zombie villain with a lightsaber. And his name is I'll Eat You.
Wow. I mean, that would totally make sense if one was Don't Eat Me and the other one is I Will Eat You. Lightsabers, I heard, could make like fantastic toast if you slice the bread.
Yeah.
All at the same time. All right. Is it, and forgive me, you're Emily, right? And Sophia?
I'm Sophia and she's Emily.
You're Sophia. All right. I'm sorry. Emily. Okay, Emily, you're up.
Okay, my villain's name is Ms. Glimmer because she likes shiny things. Her dress and the sleeves of her dress are shiny. And
awesome.
My frog sidekick is Mr. Hopper, and he likes karate, and he's holding up a mirror so that my dragon, which I don't have a name for yet, can like air breathe, and then it will like reflect off the mirrors and then go and attack. Then it will kind of attack her.
All right, I'm going to go to Cynthia. Nope, Cynthia doesn't have video. I'm going to go to Jack in 3, 2, 1. Jack, hey, buddy. Let's see if we can, hold on 1 second. Let me make sure I can unmute you first. All right, go ahead. Tell me all about your character, buddy. Wait, who muted him?
He is I didn't do a villain, but I did a pet.
Here, tell you what, back away a little bit from the camera for me, and then move to there you go, right there. Okay, that's good, perfect, right there.
And then this is my real person.
Wow. Man, you drew a lot in a short amount of time.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I kind of copied your person, and I did this tentacle guy as his pet.
That's so cool.
Big those eyes.
Very nice, man.
Thanks.
You did great, Jack.
Thank
welcome,
you.
buddy. Well, you're welcome. All right, I'm going to go to, if I haven't called on you yet, Richard Henry. I'm going to you guys next, and forgive me when I spotlight your video in 3, 2, 1. Help me out with your names because I totally forgot. 3, 2, 1. Okay, what are your names again? Oh, hold on, it's on mute. Hold on 1 second.
Is that better?
That's better. I can hear you.
Okay, introduce yourself.
So I'm Jonah, and I made a cool Star Wars scene. So it's Anakin and Obi-Wan are fighting battle droids, and then they do a big jump over to fight General Grievous. While right there, Yoda and Count Dooku are dueling lightsabers, and there are more battle droids coming for them.
That is so awesome.
And it's called
I love it.
Star Wars the One Battle on Mustafar.
Good job, dude.
I love it, man.
I'm Jonah's dad.
Totally awesome.
This is a angry steam train punk driver about to run over the 2 good guys.
I love it.
There's a nice
and it's Acme Steam.
Yes.
Acme Steam.
Of course.
I love it.
That's perfect.
You guys did awesome, man. Thank you so much. That is cool. I'll have to bring out my lightsaber tomorrow, and because it's legit.
I have 3.
You have 3? All right. So yeah, you'll have to show me. You'll have to pull out your lightsabers. I'll show you mine, and then my 2-year-old has a lightsaber also. That's pretty awesome. So we'll have to share lightsabers.
Nice.
All right. Cool. All right. I'm gonna go to somebody. Ready? Somebody in 3, 2, and somebody. You're up. What's your name, buddy?
Isaac, but mine wasn't really like on the theme. Like.
That's okay. Let's see what you got.
Okay. Not really good. Wait, let me turn off.
Hey, don't worry about that.
So, there's this evil cat which this lady doesn't know about.
So this woman is crying out for help. And this guy, pretending that he's cool, is trying to save her cat when they don't know that the cat's really evil in the sidekick.
I think you did awesome.
Thanks.
You did very cool, and you packed a lot into a short amount of time, man. You did very good. You don't sell yourself short on that. Awesome job, man. And what's your name, buddy? Isaac? Is that right?
Yeah.
Isaac. Good job, Isaac. And thank you very much for sharing, man. I appreciate that. All right, we're gonna go to Tater Tot, and I can't. Tater Tot doesn't have video. I've got one more, I think. Nope. I think I got everybody.
Hey, Ben,
Is there anybody? Yeah.
Ben? Yeah, why don't you spotlight me? I can't even read what it says behind me, but this is one of Chuck's characters. So, I can't read over my shoulder. So what does that say?
All right, I've got
Crush.
It says Crush. That's Crush. Oh, that's cool.
Tasteful spoils orange. There you go. See?
Why not?
A color.
Right? All kinds of fun.
It says its name's Crush, and its color is a tasteful spoiled orange. How do you like that? So you can envision the color already.
Oh yeah, and that will play right into Doodle Palooza tomorrow because that looks like an awesome Chuck Doodle.
I gotta say,
love it.
I'll get you some more doodles today so that you can share some.
Yes, please. All right, yes, Megan, you can eat that orange. All right, so guys, thank you so much for playing. Tomorrow, like I said, we're gonna get into Doodle Palooza and doodling, and I doodle all the time. So it's all about, like, we're gonna do some quick drawing on doodles and then do some more expanded doodles off Chuck's original doodles and all that kind of cool stuff. So I hope you guys have a wonderful afternoon. We'll be back here at 3 p.m. Central Time, and then we have more classes going on tomorrow as well. So Rhiannon is doing drawing from real life, or no, Rhiannon's doing a show, and then Lee has a show at 1. So we have 1, 3, and 5 p.m. Central.
Central.
What's that, Greg?
So yeah, obviously
Central.
It's 11, 1, and 3 on the Pacific, and do the math everywhere else.
Right. Yeah, you can look on chuckjonescenter.org on that same page. It'll have the link. And looking forward to seeing you guys tomorrow. Have a good one, guys.
Bye-bye.